everyone, my name is Catherine and this is my channel Needleberry Stitcher, and I'm coming back to you today to show you the second part of my video on, I guess I called it my chart parade or my chart stroll. It's basically a pattern parade of my Mirabilias, and I have a previous video which I labeled part 1 that included quite a few out of print patterns. I think there's like 45-ish patterns that are out of print. So I was getting some comments on my previous video, and people were, you know, really glad to be able to see some of those ones that are out of print because you just don't see them anymore. So that was good. I think it's a good reference if you're, you know, wanting to just see what other video or what other patterns are available that you don't see very regularly. I know like ones like Mother's Arms, and there's just a few out there that people have said, wow, I didn't even know that one existed. So check that one out if you're interested in seeing the out of prints. This video is going to be the next from MD101 through MD179. MD180 just came out. It's really pretty. It's very colorful, and I don't have that one yet. I haven't ordered it, but it is out there. So go take a look. Go out to the Mirabilia.com website, and it's already been posted out there. And I haven't checked the Witch Alt website, but it's probably updated there as well. Usually you can find it on the Mirabilia website first. This week I checked on the 15th, and it was definitely posted on Mirabilia. I checked Witch Alt and it hadn't been updated there yet. So anyway, check that one out. It's really pretty. It's colorful. It's I'll review that one maybe in a different video. It's a little different than what I was expecting, and not that I was expecting anything in particular, but there's just a couple things about it that I'm a little confused, and maybe you guys will have some feedback too that you can share with me on your take. Okay, but this video is going to be about the second half of my parade. So I'm going to jump right into it because the last one was, what was it, an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half? I don't know. It was too long. It was way too long. I think it's a long video for anyone to sit through. So I'm going to go ahead and fly through these ones. I don't think there's any in this, like over MD100 in the pattern series that are out of print. So it'll be pretty quick to fly through. So MD101 is Circle of Friends. I really like this one. I want to do this one. And I love the fabric that they chose on the model stitch too. I think that's really pretty. This one's got, let's see, 5 different colors of Krynic metallic threads and 4 colors of Mill Hill beads. It's actually not that bad. If you're looking for one that, you know, isn't like too blingy or, you know, too, well, I guess five Krynics is probably a lot, but I don't know. I think it's really pretty. I think it's a really good one. All right, the next one is MD102, which is Mediterranean Mermaid. Mediterranean Mermaid has 6 different colors of Krynic metallics and 7 different colors of Mill Hill beads and 2 different types of Mill Hill treasures. A total of 5 packages of Mill Hill treasures. I was a little surprised at this one. The model stitch that, I mean, like, I don't know. I think the color on the background fabric is so muted. Like, they really could have done maybe a little bit more of a little darker seafoam color or something a little different, but I mean, it's a beautiful design. Sometimes the model stitches are, you know, I just have to ignore the fabric color and just look at the design itself. But still a really pretty one. I love the little fish in that one. It was really cute. Right, MD103 is called Shakespeare's Fairies. I like this one. I've seen this one stitched 1/1. It was in a cross stitch store in Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm not sure how they did it because, I don't know, maybe they swapped out the beads and the treasures and didn't do them. But it was definitely stitched 1/1. So however they accomplished that, it was absolutely gorgeous. I might have to drive back to Kansas City, Missouri someday just to see if they have it there. Well, that and because I don't have a local needlework shop. I have a couple of stores locally to me that are needlepoint stores. They have some specialty threads. I can get Krynic, and I can get, what is it? Sorry, it's early in the morning and I haven't had coffee yet. So words are hard, but it's the thread that, the Whisper the Whisper thread I can get there. I can also get Gloriana silks there. I can get some of the spooled threads. Anyway, they have some beads, but they're not Mill Hill. So it's kind of tough for me. I mean, I love that store, and I'll go back and, you know, I get all kinds of stuff from there that, you know, needles, and I can get they have needle minders, you know, it's great in a pinch, but for the specific specialty things like the Mill Hill treasures or beads, and like there's no kits or fabrics, there's no, all they have is the needlepoint canvases. They don't have patterns and charts. They don't have any cross stitch on the wall. So, you know, it's unfortunate because St. Louis was where I live, in the St. Louis area. They used to have about 3 or 4 different cross stitch stores. There was one in St. Charles. There were 2 in the West County area, and they've all closed. It's really sad. But anyway, that one, like I said, that was Shakespeare's Fairies. MD104 is called Day Nymph. This one's got, I don't think I said what treasures and beads were in the last one, but I don't know. I'm really just saying it so that you have more opportunity to look at the screen and see the picture for longer, because if you're stitching, if I only hold it up for like 3 or 4 seconds, by the time you've left your stitch on your fabric and looked over at the screen, it's gone. So I'm trying not to do that. I want to make it so that, you know, you look up at the screen when you want to look at the screen while I'm talking, and you have plenty of time. So this one's got 3 Krynics, and it's got 1 pack of Mill Hill treasures and 8 different colors of Mill Hill beads. And oh, this one's got Valdani threads. This one doesn't even call for DMC. It's got 1 DMC 948, which is most likely for the face. You know you've been stitching too long when you can look at a DMC color and go, oh yeah, that's flesh tone. So anyway, I digress. So this one calls for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 10 different colors of Valdani threads. I didn't even look at this pattern before to see that that it doesn't even call for DMC. That makes me want to do it even more, just because it's got different threads in it. Oh wow, I might have to do that. Like all of them. I have to do all of them. I had this crazy idea that I was gonna stitch every single Mirabilia in order, like from the beginning, MD1. I don't know, that's a crazy idea. I'm still considering it, even though I'm working on Roses of Provence. I'm like, what if I just didn't do the beads yet? But then I'll never get to it if I don't do the beads. So maybe I'll just stitch all the Mirabilias in order, except for Roses of Provence. I don't know. My silly Saturday morning ideas. The next one is Night Nymph. So this is Night Nymph, and this is the same thing. It's got the Valdani threads. It's got 3 colors of DMC, and it's got 8 different colors of Mill Hill beads, 4 colors of Krynic, and Mill Hill treasures. So these 2 go together. I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm actually really excited that when she released these 2, they came out back to back. So one came out, the Day Nymph came out, and then immediately in the next release, the Night Nymph. A lot of times with her series, she would release, like with the ones that are the May, I'm gonna call them the Birthstone, I call them the Birthstone Fairies. I know there's a whole different name for them than that, but they're more like the monthly series of fairies. So like May's whatever, and June's Pearl Diamond, and so each month, August Peridot. So she had all those series, and when she released them, they were over a period of years, and she might have just released 1 or 2 in a year, and then it wouldn't be till another couple of years later she would, you know. So these ones came out back to back. I love these. They remind me of the patterns that are being stitched by the Stitch Coutiers. I think there's more than 3, there's 4. The Stitch Coutiers. So, and I'll put the names down in the description if I can remember to do that, but Jemima the Rocking Stitcher, Yantina Stitches, is it Creations? I'll put it in the bottom. I follow all 3 of them. The 4th one doesn't have a FlossTube channel, but anyway, it reminds me of the fairies that they're doing. There's like a day one and a night one, and that's what these remind me of. Although theirs are, I believe they're Lanarta kits. But anyway, okay, I'm spending too long on this. This is gonna go just like the last video, and we're gonna be here for like an hour and a half. Number MD106 is Sabrina. I do have this one all kitted up. I think it would really be a beautiful one to stitch. I was thinking about changing out the colors though. Instead of doing the black on the dress, I was thinking about doing like a dark fuchsia color. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check into that a little more. I think I saw it stitched with, I think it was like a dark fuchsia. I'd give you a DMC color, but that probably isn't helpful at the moment unless I have it here to show you. So anyway, that's a really pretty one. It's got cryneck, one cryneck. It's got 2 Karen water lilies, 5 Mill Hill beads, 1 treasure, 2 packages of that 1 treasure, and the rest is DMC. So this one, look at this. Okay, if anyone has watched any of my previous videos where I talk about how much I stitch white, when I absolutely hate stitching white, and this was the second one after Roses of Provence, which is almost an all-white dress. This was the second one I picked to kit up, to fully kit up to stitch next. I'm totally insane saying that I hate stitching white, and I keep kitting up white things, white dresses, winter scenes, Dimensions Gold Collection, winter themed snow, and you know, y'all, I'm just crazy. I'm absolutely nuts. I'm a mixed bag. Like, I just am all over the place, as you can tell. If you've seen my videos, you know I'm nuts, absolutely nuts. But we like it that way. And I know a lot of you out there are also just a little bit crazy, just like me. That makes me happy. All right, MD107, Lady Hera. This one has a lot of DMC, like a lot. I'm thinking there's got to be at least like 45 colors here. That's a lot. There is Gloriana Silk Floss in this one. There's 3 colors of cryneck, and let's see, 9 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 3 Mill Hill treasures. So that's a pretty blingy one. Really, really nice. MD108, January's Garnet Fairy. 3 colors of cryneck, 3 colors of Karen water lilies, and 8 colors of Mill Hill beads. And this one actually has a DMC with a Karen blend, which is interesting. MD109 is Tree of Hope. This one has 4 Karen water lilies and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads. Starting to see a trend as we go on, like where she's introducing a lot more Karen water lilies into her patterns after MD100. She had some patterns in the last, you saw in the last video. There were a few scattered patterns that had Karen water lilies, but I mean, the trend as I'm going through this is that she's using Karen water lilies a whole lot more. And this one was from, 2010. So I guess like from 2009 to 2010 and since then, she's really been a little bit more diverse with her types of threads that she's used. MD110 is called Spring Topiary Garden. I would do this one, but I would not stitch it on white. I wouldn't put it on white linen, like the model stitch. I mean, it's really pretty, but I think that it could definitely, it would look a little, in my opinion, would look a little bit brighter and a little bit, it would pop if it, unless, the only reason I would say not is if the dresses, like I was wondering if the dresses perhaps were not stitched, and maybe that was the reason why it was stitched on white. So there was less stitching overall. So I'd have to look at that. I don't have the pattern pulled out, but otherwise, if that's all stitched white in there, and then this background here is all not stitched, but the dresses are, I would choose a different fabric, something like a light green. I don't know, like a minty green, something that would just let those fairies just pop out of the pattern a little bit more. Right now they look like they blend in the background. This one's got 8 different colors of Karen water lilies. It's got 3 colors of cryneck and 8 different types of Mill Hill beads. MD111 is called the Peony Garden. This one reminds me a lot of Damask Roses, the MD #1, her very first one that she ever did. Just with, you know, the sitting on the marble pillar and the flowers. That's what it reminds me of. And this one has 10 different colors of Karen water lilies and 2 types of Mill Hill beads and just one Krynic blending filament. That's what it is. MD112 is called Starlet. This one has 4 different types of Mill Hill treasures, which is different because her symbols on the back, I'm going to show you, the symbols on the back are actually showing the shapes of the symbols. This is the first time I've seen that on any of her patterns as we've gone through these videos. It's just kind of interesting. It's showing exactly how big they're going to be and what the shape is. None of her other patterns have done that up to this point. So she's got, what did I say, 6 types of Mill Hill treasures and 2 types of beads. And the rest is all DMC. MD113 is called Lady Pirate. Red Lady Pirate, sorry, said that wrong. It's got 1 Krynic, 3 Karen water lilies, 1 Rainbow Gallery whisper thread. My guess is that's for like here in her cuff. And 5 different kinds of Mill Hill beads and 4 different types of Mill Hill treasures. Multiple packages of the treasures. So I think it looks like 7 different, there's 4 different types of Mill Hill treasures, but a total of 7 packages. I don't know that I've ever seen this one stitched by anybody. If anyone knows anyone who has stitched this one, I would love to know. I'd love to watch that video of somebody who has stitched it or is working on it now or finished it. That one is very interesting to me, just that it's a water scene. I just haven't seen anyone stitch it. MD114 is September Sapphire Fairy. This one has 1 Karen water lilies. It has 3 Krynic blending filaments and 4 types of Mill Hill beads. MD115 is Lady Alexandra. This one does not have any Krynic in it. It looks like it does. Like, to me, that looks like it probably has a whole lot of gold, but it doesn't. It's just all DMC. But it does have 8 different types of Mill Hill beads. So that's where it's getting a lot of its shiny from. Shiny. MD116 is Elizabeth. And this one to me looks a lot like Sabrina, like in terms of the somewhat of the pose and, you know, sitting with a chair on the chair or on the seat and with the dress bustling out a little bit. There's also another one coming up, a more recent one that I can show you that also looks very similar to this. But this one is all DMC and only 2 Mill Hill beads. That's it. And not multiple packages of beads either. There's just two colors, 1 package of each is what it calls for. Pretty straightforward. MD117 is called Merchant Mermaid. It's got 5 different colors, actually, I take that back. 6 different colors of Karen water lilies, 3 Krynic threads, 4 types of crystal treasures, multiple packs of each, and 9 different types of colors of Mill Hill beads. And my dogs are here in the background. You're probably hearing their collars making a whole lot of noise in the background. I'm sorry about that. That's just having dogs. They're my little buddies. They're my stitching buddies. They're with me all the time. MD118 is called Golden Girl Apples. This one has 4 different Mill Hill beads, 4 types, and the rest is all DMC. MD119 is called Silver Moon Tea. This one has 5 different types of Mill Hill beads, and the rest is all DMC. This is a really pretty one, like very colorful, and not very big either. The stitch count on this one, let me see if I can find it. The stitch count is 130 by 130. It's really not that big. And I like the way they framed it. in the model. MD120 is called Santa. I like this one a lot. Very colorful. And again, not a lot of, like, there's no Krynic in this one. It's very full coverage. It's got a stitch count of 126 by 181, but it's pretty much all full coverage. It's got 5 different types of Mill Hill beads, and then the rest is all DMC. MD121 is called Dressmaker's Daughter. This one has 2 different Krynic threads. It's got 5 colors of Carom water lilies and probably the most colors of beads I've ever seen in my life. Let me see. 1, 2, 19. Yeah, 19 colors of Mill Hill beads and 5 different types of Mill Hill treasures. That's a lot. I don't know that I've seen 19 colors of beads in any of her patterns so far. That's crazy. Crazy fun, right? The crazier the pattern, the more I want to stitch it. That's just, I don't know. Why do it if it's not a little bit challenging? MD122 is August Peridot Fairy. This one has 7 different colors of Mill Hill beads, 3 types of crystal treasures, and the rest is DMC. MD123 is Sleeping Princess. I would love to do this one. Let's see. I know someone who's doing this. I don't know if she's worked on it recently, but she has pulled it out. She did it in her last whip parade. I'll put it in the description below. It's just slipping my mind. And this one has 2 colors of Krynic and 10 different types of Mill Hill beads, and the rest is DMC with some DMC blends. I'd love to do this one. I think partly because it's just so colorful, and it reminds me of Sleeping Beauty too. This one's Sleeping Princess, but they're very similar. Maybe not too similar, but same theme. This one you all know if you've watched my videos. MD124 is Roses of Provence, and this one has 1 Krynic, 4 different types of Mill Hill beads, and 3 types of crystal treasures. For those who have seen my previous videos, I have this one completely stitched and the Krynic done, and all that I have left to do now is the beads and treasures, which I hope to get a start on this weekend. MD125 is called Siren and the Shipwreck. This one has 2 Carom water lilies, 2 Krynics, a blend of water lilies and DMC. Let's see, 9 types of Mill Hill beads and 5 types of Mill Hill treasures. One of the treasures calls for 6 packages. MD126 is Gypsy Mermaid. This one has 2 Krynics, 6 colors of Caron water lilies, and let's see, 9 different types of Mill Hill beads. MD127 is called Persephone. I have seen a couple of people stitching on this one. I'm trying to remember who it was. I'll put the name of the person in the description of who's stitching this one. She hasn't done a video in a while. She's from the UK, but the last time I saw, she had quite a bit done on this one, so she's got a couple videos showing her progress on this. This one has 2 Caron water lilies and 11 colors of Mill Hill beads and a lot of DMC. There's a lot of colors in there. There's at least almost 50 colors. There's probably about 50 colors of DMC in there. It doesn't look like it because it looks like her dress is mostly one color, but no, it's looks like about 50 colors. MD128 is called Red. I've seen this one stitched with a lot of variations in the colors of her dress. Some people have changed her cape and her dress color from red to blue. Some have changed it to a beautiful dark emerald green. Oh, there's a lot of options, I'm sure, and I've never looked into it, but I'm sure there must be a Facebook group or some place you can go and look for some of those color conversions. They're just phenomenal. Brian from Blitz Stitch has stitched this one, so if you go back to his older videos, he completed it and it looks amazing. It's got 2 Karen water lilies, 1 crystal treasures, and 9 different types of Mill Hill beads. A couple of the colors of Mill Hill beads have multiple packages called for. MD129 is called Ella the Frog Princess. It's a very ornate dress that she has, very ruffly, really pretty. And I have seen people change this one to be more in line with the Disney movie, so changing the skin color to align with that, which I think is a beautiful idea. In fact, if I stitched this one, I probably would do that. It has 1 Krynic and 7 different colors of Mill Hill beads. MD130 is Bianca Bella. This one has 2 Karen water lilies and 8 colors of Mill Hill beads. 3 colors of the Mill Hill beads have multiple packages called for. A lot of beads in this one. MD131 is Cassiopeia. This one has 5 Karen water lilies, 3 Krynic braids, 1 Rainbow Gallery whisper thread, and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. 2 of the Mill Hill beads call for 2 packages, and 1 of them calls for 3 packages. So this one's pretty bead heavy. MD132 is October Opal Fairy. This one has 13 colors of Mill Hill beads. It has 3 colors of Rainbow Gallery Petite Silk Lame braid, 1 Krynic number 4 braid, and one color or 1 type of Mill Hill Crystal Treasures, but it calls for 3 packages of it. This is the first pattern in the series that she used the Petite Silk Lame braid, and 3 colors of it. MD133 is Queen Mariposa. Luda from Cross Stitch with Luda has this one completed and framed, and she's had it hanging on her wall. It's beautiful. She did a beautiful job. She chose a hand-dyed fabric to go along with it. It made it very, very colorful. This one has 1 color of Karen water lilies, 1 Krynic Rainbow Gallery Petite Silk Lame, again, 1 color of that, and 12 different colors of Mill Hill beads, multiple packs of some of them, and 1 Mill Hill treasure. MD134 is Mermaid Undine, I'm not sure. How do you say that? Undine? This one has 5 colors of Karen water lilies and 9 different colors of Mill Hill beads. MD135 is At the Met. This one has 4 colors of Karen Water Lilies, 1 Krynic No. 4 braid, 7 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 3 types of Mill Hill treasures. And 2 of the types of Mill Hill treasures call for 2 packages, and several of the beads call for multiple packages. MD136, Christmas in London. This is a very busy pattern, very detailed. So it has a stitch count of 220 by 297, so it looks like it's pretty big. The stitched area on 32 count shows 13.75 inches by 18.6 inches, and a lot of that is stitched. I mean, there's still a lot of background in there that's not stitched, but it does look, it's a very busy pattern. Beautiful, but busy. And this one has 2 types of Mill Hill treasures, but 1 type of treasure calls for 10 packages. And then 12 different types of Mill Hill beads, 12 colors, and 4 of those colors call for 2 packages. So there's a lot of beads in this one. MD137 is called Moonflowers. This is a pretty one. I think Fiber Arts Amy showed this one in her most recent video, just within the past week or so. This one has Karen Water Lilies, 3 types of Krynic braid, and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. And it looks like the rest is DMC. MD138 is Florentina, and this one, we're up to 2015 now. This is a beautiful chart. The color, I just love the color of her dress. And it's big. This one looks pretty big compared to, you know, it's like 295 stitches high. Like that's how tall it is. It's 192 by 295 stitches. So she's pretty big. This one has 7 colors of Karen Water Lilies, 2 Krynics, 2 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 1 type of Mill Hill treasure. MD139 is the Raven Queen. I saw that Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff finished this one, and when she showed her finish on the fabric that she finished it on, I went ahead and ordered the fabric because it was absolutely perfect for this design. So I have this one fully kitted up now and ready to go. I thought it might be a fun one to do in October around Halloween. Kind of like a neat Halloween theme. I don't stitch a lot of Halloween stuff, but I thought this one would be a good one. So this one has 3 colors of Karen Water Lilies, 3 Krynics, 1 Krynic cable, and 9 colors of Mill Hill beads. Oh, it also has 1 Rainbow Gallery Whisper thread, W99, which is black. MD140 is called the Garden Party. This one has 4 colors of Karen Water Lilies, 1 Krynic No. 4 braid, and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD141 is called the Twin Mermaids. This one has 12 colors of Mill Hill beads and 7 colors of Karen Water Lilies, 3 Krynics, and the rest is DMC. MD142 is called Gypsy Queen. This one has 1 color of Rainbow Gallery Whisper thread in the color black, W99. It has 3 Krynics, 2 Mill Hill treasures, 5 colors of Mill Hill beads. One of those colors calls for 4 packages, and 3 Karen water lilies. MD143 is called the Snow Queen. I have this one all kitted up and ready to go. Pretty sure there's a few people stitching this one right now. Aussie Stitcher, I think, is working on this one, or has worked. She might even be done, I'm not sure. I went back to her last video. I just had watched it in the last couple weeks and I thought she was still working on it. This one has 2 Karen water lilies. It calls for 2 of each one, so it's a lot of Karen water lilies. It has 1 Rainbow Gallery Whisper thread in color W88, which I believe is white. 2 Krynics, number 4 braids, and 2 Mill Hill treasures. One of those calls for 5 packages, and 10 colors of Mill Hill beads, and one of those colors calls for 3 packages. MD144 is called Aphrodite Mermaid. 4 colors of Krynic braid and 5 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD145 is Rapunzel. This one has 3 colors of Krynic braid, 3 types of Mill Hill treasures, multiple packages of each, for a total of 8 packages, and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD146 is called Blossom Goddess. This one has 3 colors of Mill Hill beads, 1 Karen water lilies, and the rest is DMC. MD147. See, this one's a lot like one that we saw earlier. What was the other one that we saw earlier? Let me see if I can go back and find that one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it now. Oh, yeah, actually I did. The one I'm thinking of is Elizabeth. These are very similar. Not really the dress, but the pose, and it might be really pretty stitched together. So Elizabeth and Portrait of Veronica, I think I would stitch similar at a similar time. Or maybe not. You know what would be cool is if you could mirror them, like flip the pattern backwards and then have one sitting one way and one sitting the other way. That'd be kind of cool. So Portrait of Veronica has 1 Krynic number 4 braid and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD148 is Miss Christmas Eve. This one was very, very popular in 2021. A lot of people stitched this one. I didn't, because I've already got enough on the go. But definitely I would love to do this one. Put it on my list. It's 166 by 224 stitch count. And it's got, let's see, 8 colors of Mill Hill beads, 1 Mill Hill crystal treasure, 2 packages, 4 Karen water lilies, and the rest is DMC. MD149 is Andromeda. If you watch Teresa Little Stitcher, she finished this one in the last year or so. This one has 2 colors of Krynic number 4 braid and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads, and the rest is DMC. MD150 is called Royal Games 1. So Joss Holm on her FlossTube channel, I'll link her below. She's going to be stitching Royal Games 1 and Royal Games 2 on a white opalescent fabric. And oh my goodness, it's going to be beautiful. The opalescent, the sparkles in the fabric, and then having the 2 designs stitched, it's going to be gorgeous. And this one has 9 different colors of Mill Hill beads, 2 colors of Krynic number 4 braid, and DMC. MD151 is called Renaissance Mermaid. This one has 2 Karen water lilies, 5 colors of Mill Hill beads, And 2 of those colors call for 3 packages each, and there's 2 Mill Hill treasures. MD152 is called Lady of Mystery. This is such a cool pattern with the black work in it. I'm pretty sure that Linda of Linda's 144 Hobbies is working on this one. Just so pretty. I love her hair because it just goes right into the black work. It just reminds me of just seems very fitting that her hair would be kind of wispy like that. This one has 2 colors of Karen water lilies and 3 packages, 3 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD153 is called Miss Cherry Blossom. This one has 2 colors of Krynic braid, 2 packages of Mill Hill treasures, and 8 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD154 is Royal Games 2, so this is the partner piece, companion piece to Royal Games 1. This one has 2 colors of Krynic number 4 braid and 5 colors of Mill Hill beads, with a couple of those have multiple packages. And the rest is DMC. MD155 is called Sun Goddess. This one, to me, reminds me a lot of the queens. This one I'm surprised is not labeled as a queen because she has that same type of pose. And this one has 5 colors of Mill Hill beads and 2 packages of Mill Hill treasures. MD156 is called Mucha. This one has 4 colors of Karen water lilies, 8 colors of Mill Hill beads. One of those colors has 5 packages of the same color. So that's a lot of beads of that color. And then 1 type of Mill Hill treasure, which calls for 2 packages. MD157 is called Alice. It's her take on Alice in Wonderland. It calls for 2 Karen water lilies and 4 packages of Mill Hill beads, or 4 colors. One of those has 2 packages, so total of 5, but 4 colors. It's a cute one. I like that one. MD158 is called Lady Mirabilia. This was her 25th anniversary pattern, and it's sealed all around because it comes with a special, it's a little thicker than the rest. It comes with a special butterfly charm. Let me see if I can get in there, and I don't know if I can get in, but anyway, the butterfly charm is right there. And this is the only one I know of that comes with, I think, unless Winter White Santa, did that one come with a specialty? I don't think so. I think this might be the only one that came with a special bead. For some reason I used to think Winter White Santa came with something special, but I don't think so. I'll have to go back and look. This one has a Mill Hill charm. It's a butterfly. It has 1 Krynic number 4 braid, 2 Karen water lilies, and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads with multiple packages of a couple of them. MD159 is March Aquamarine Fairy. It has 2 colors of Krynic braid, 3 packages, 3 types of Mill Hill treasures, and 9 different colors of Mill Hill beads. 2 of those colors call for multiple packages. We are up to 2018 now. MD160 is called Lady Justice. This is another one that Joss Holm is currently working on. It has 2 Krynic number 4 braids and 3 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD161 is called Zelda. And this again is another one that has that sitting down leaning pose, like Portrait of Veronica and Elizabeth. Luda from Cross Stitch with Luda, she's done this one. It turned out really beautiful. This one has 5 colors of Karen water lilies, 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. One of those colors has 4 packages, and then 2 of the colors have 2 packages. So quite a few beads in this one. And this is based on Zelda Fitzgerald, if you're familiar with her. If you have the pattern and you open it up, there's actually a write-up on the inside about the inspiration behind this one. MD162 is December Blue Topaz. It has 4 colors of Krynic, 1 Karen water lilies. Let's see, 5 colors of Mill Hill beads. A couple of those have multiple packages, and 2 types of Mill Hill treasures. Both of them call for 2 packages. MD163 is called Winter Love. I'll admit, when this one first came out, I wasn't immediately taken by it. Like, it didn't strike me as like, oh, that's my favorite, but it's grown on me a lot. You know, when I look up close and look at the detail, it's definitely one that's grown on me over time. It has 4 colors of Karen water lilies, 2 Mill Hill treasures, and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 1 Krynic number 4 braid. MD164 is Cathedral Woods Goddess. This one has 2 Karen water lilies, 3 colors of Krynic braid, one of which calls for 3 spools. That's a lot. And then 5 types of Mill Hill beads with multiple packages of a couple, and 3 types of Mill Hill treasures, and 2 of those have 2 packages each. This is another one that didn't strike me right away, but I recently saw a post on Instagram of someone's finish, and I just, like, the fabric is so important. When you see a design stitched on just the right fabric, it can go from like, oh, that's a nice one, to, oh my goodness, I have to do that one. So I ordered the fabric for this one. I haven't gotten it yet, but this one will be fully kitted up pretty soon. MD165 is Garden Prelude. Colette from the Highway Stitcher, she's currently working on this one. I think she decided not to do all the background. I think she's just doing just the lady in the dress with her violin. This one's got 5 colors of Mill Hill beads, 1 Krynic number 4 braid, and 4 Karen water lilies, and the rest is DMC. It's a really pretty one. MD166 is called The Baker's Wife. It says on the pattern, set 1 of 2. This one's got 2 colors of Karen water lilies, 1 Krynic number 4 braid, and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. And one of those colors of Mill Hill beads calls for 4 packages. We're getting there. We're almost at the end. We're up to 2019. MD167 is Lilith of Labrador. From Newfoundland to Nantucket, she is the icy sea of Labrador and all of its currents. Like any fish and like some people, where she lives depends on the season. I like that. I'm from Eastern Canada, so whenever I see any reference to an Eastern province, Newfoundland, Labrador, that kind of makes me giggle a little bit, because we're kind of not very, you just don't hear about Eastern Canada very much. This one's got 4 colors of Mill Hill beads, 2 types of Mill Hill treasures, 1 Krynic number 4 braid, and 2 Karen water lilies. MD168, I'm going to say this wrong, the Duchess of Ruin. Now this one says set 2 of 2. I never noticed that before. You know, I have to just stop buying patterns and actually I have to read them when I buy them so that I can actually understand. So this one says it's a pair with the Baker's Wife, MD166. What do you know? I didn't even know it. So these two are a set, which makes sense. Look at them, they look the same. I don't know how I didn't pick up on that before. I need to get my patterns out and peruse them more often. So the Baker's Wife is set 1 of 2. The Duchess of Rowan, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is it Rowan? Rowan? Somebody tell me how to say that. And that is set 2 of 2. This one has 1 Karen Water Lily, 3 Mill Hill Treasures. One of those calls for 3 packages, and 8 colors of Mill Hill beads. So what you'll see here is this one. I have 2. I'm not sure how I ended up with 2, except that I probably didn't realize I ordered it already. So I'm thinking future giveaway. Just keep your eyes open for that. MD169 is Princess Eliana. This one is just so colorful. I love this one. I love it. And I love it on that purple. It's peaceful purple linen. I've checked 3 different cross-stitch stores when I've been traveling and I've not found it anywhere. So I'm probably gonna have to order it online, but oh my goodness. Some type of a purple. I don't think it needs, this is one of those designs where I don't think it needs to have a hand-dyed linen because it just has enough going on in the design itself to carry it. And I'd be afraid that a hand-dyed linen, if it was too busy, would take away from the design itself. So in this case, a lot of times I like the hand-dyed linens. This one, I think I would just do that peaceful purple or some other type of like very neutral, one color, purpley kind of lavender linen. All right, this one has a lot of DMC. I don't even know if I can count. It has a lot of the new colors too. It's got 01 through 33, almost all of them. Actually, it does have all of them. Oh wow, I didn't realize that. This pattern uses all of the first 33 new colors, 1 through 33. Plus it uses another 30 colors of, there's a lot in this one. There's like 63 colors-ish. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 colors of Mill Hill beads, multiple packages of 2 of them, 2 types of Mill Hill treasures, and one of those has 2 packages. Another one that cross-stitched with Luda has finished. MD170 is Miss Dancing Flower, 1 Karen Water Lily, 2 Mill Hill treasures, and 9 colors of Mill Hill beads. Not sure what I think of this one. Like her neck is really long. It looks unusually long, don't you think? I don't know, like it's really pretty, but I'm thrown off a little bit by her neck. There's a couple of patterns like that where I found where I'm like, I don't know, like the proportions are just a little bit, and I know that's art. Art is not supposed to be always literal. It's always, you know, it can be interpretive, but that one kind of threw me a little bit. I might have to do some, I don't know how you change her neck. I don't know, just not on my top to probably stitch on anytime soon. MD171 is the Queen Bee, which I think is kind of cool. I like the theme of that one. This one has 4 Karen Water Lilies, 1 Cryonic number 4 braid, and 8 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 3 of those have 2 packages each. MD172 is called Starlet. This one has 1 package of Mill Hill beads and the rest is all DMC. So if you're looking for one that doesn't have too many specialty threads or you don't want any specialty threads and just a minimal number of beads, this would be a good one. MD173 is called Mermaid Perfume. This one has 8 types of Mill Hill beads. One of those has 3 packages. It calls for 1 Mill Hill treasures and 6 colors of Karen water lilies, and the rest DMC. MD174 is called Echo Lake. Has 3 Karen water lilies. 2 of those call for 2 skeins of each. It has 1 Krynic number 4 braid, which calls for 2 spools. And it has 8 colors of Mill Hill beads, and 2 of those call for 2 packages. MD175 is Ophelia. Several finishes on this one. Cross Stitch with Luda finished this one. Who else was it? I'm going to link a couple people down below that have finished this one. There's 2 colors of Karen water lilies and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads, and the rest is DMC. In fact, there was someone, one of the people I'm going to link down below, actually changed. One of the male stitchers. He changed her hands and he changed her face and her hair a little bit. So her face looks like completely different. But he did a beautiful, gorgeous job on the changes that he made. I'll link him down below. MD176 is called Twisted Mermaids. There's 3 Karen water lilies, 3 Krynic braids, and 7 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD177 is called Botanical Garden. This one has 1 color of Karen water lilies, 1 Krynic number 4 braid, and 6 colors of Mill Hill beads. MD178 is called the Three Mermaids. This one has 2 colors of Karen water lilies, 2 Krynic number 4 braids, one of those calls for 2 spools, and 9 colors of Mill Hill beads. I don't have as much to say about these newer ones because I haven't had them in my collection for very long. So, you know, the first 100, I've gone through them so many times and just, you know, drooled over them. You know, you go through your collection and you just peruse and go, oh, which are my favorites and which ones do I love? And because these newer ones are so new, I just haven't had as much time to grow fond of them and to, you know, fall in love with them. So it's, I don't know, I will. I mean, I love them. I think they're really pretty. I just don't have a lot to say about them yet. I haven't started them. And I don't know a lot of people who have started some of these newer ones. MD179 is the Snow Maiden. And this was the most recent release in December. Not the most recent, sorry. This was the last release in December for 2021, and now she's had her, which I've already talked about, her new release. But anyway, MD179 is the Snow Maiden. I like this one. This one has 3 colors of water lilies, 3 colors of Krynic number 4 braid, and 9 colors of Mill Hill beads, 2 of which have call for 2 packages. And then her newest release, which I'll put a picture in. So her newest release, which just came out on February 15th, looks like one that I would probably stitch. But again, her newer ones, I don't know. I think everybody tends to gravitate to the newer ones. So you have all these, you know, YouTubers and FlossTubers. You have all the people on Instagram who are starting all of the newer ones. I tend to want to go back and do some of her older ones. Personally, I'd have to say and maybe again, it's because I've had such, you know, the collection for so long. I just love her earlier designs better. But it could just be because I've had them for so long and, you know, you just get used to seeing them. Some of her newer ones, I fall in love with right away, and some of them I'm like, okay, that's a nice one. Looking forward to the next one. But I mean, again, it's just because I haven't had the time with them to sit and go through them. But so I don't know. Is it too crazy to think about like this whole thing of like stitch all the mirrors in order, like from number 1? Is that crazy? That's probably a little nuts. Like, I'd never get them all done, but But because I love all of her earlier ones so much more, it means I'm working on her earlier ones. And the later ones, I mean, if I never get to them, which I won't never get, I won't be able to stitch all of them in my lifetime, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that. I might just go back to the beginning and just say, all right, here's number 1. I'm going to stitch number 1. That one's done. I'm going to stitch number 2. I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't know if anyone who's done that, because it is a little bit crazy. But I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you think that's, is it too crazy, don't do it? Or is it so crazy, yeah, do it because it's so crazy? That'd be kind of fun. So interested in what you think. That's it. That's all the patterns. I've gone through my whole collection, which is every Mirabilia that starts with MD. There are some specialty ones that start with MD that were, or they don't start with MD, but they were part of, like if you go out to her, the Mirabilia.com website, there's a few in there that you see that are very small. They're like baby samplers, and there's a few that are, they're just really mini, but to me those are not part of the main series of Mirabilias because they don't start with an MD. So I have all of the MDs from 1 through 179, and I'm planning to order 180. Probably gonna do that sometime very, very soon, so I'll have it. So thanks for joining me. I hope this was interesting, maybe just a nice, you know, video to have on while you're stitching in the background, and you can just look up once in a while and see a cool design. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to say, I don't think. I think I said everything. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed and you're interested in the content that I'm putting on my channel, then you're welcome to subscribe. That'd be great. If not, that's okay. I know there's a lot of people who just pass through and watch a video or two, and you know, I'm like that too. You know, if I find a video and sometimes you're just kind of watching, you know, you just put the auto play on and it just goes through videos, and then I try and go back later and I'm like, which one was that video? I want to go back and subscribe to that one, and then I forget. And anyway, I'm not offended if people don't subscribe. You know, there's lots of FlossTubers out there and lots of content. You don't have to subscribe to everything. You can't subscribe to everything as much as we want to, because I would watch all the FlossTubers if I could. So anyway, I'm planning to do a few more videos in the next few weeks. I'll have my regular update video on probably around the beginning of March. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Get lots of stitching done. All right, bye for now.